Okay, wait a minute. Okay. We are still waiting the other participants to join us today, but we can start our session. Let me start this session. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good afternoon, everyone. Glad to see you again in this session at ESL FEM IPB University Summer Course Program 2022. Today we have already Dr. Thanawit Bunsit from Faculty of Economics and Business Administration, Thaksin University, Songkhla, Thailand. We can call you Dr. Bunsit, right, Doctor?
Yeah, you can call me Bunsit, Thanawit, or Dome.
Oh, okay. We can call you Dome as well.
Yeah, Dome is fine. Yeah.
Thank you so much for your information. Okay, before you starting giving lecturing in the session, I would like to inform the others about your short bio first. Okay, we have Dr. Thanawit or Dam Sivi here. Dr. Thanawit is a lecturer in economics, Thaksin University, Songkhla, Thailand, as well as also a head of economics department at Thaksin University, Songkhla, Thailand. Dr. Thanawit received his PhD in economics from University of Bath, United Kingdom. And I will also inform you about his project and publication. The latest is the Management in Family Farming Evidence from Settlements, published in Brazilian Journal of Management in 2021. And also in the same year, he also published another publication with the title is What are the options for farm succession? Models for farm business continuity in Journal of Rural Studies, December 2021. All of you guys also can try to reach the Thanawit paper, to improve your knowledge about the management in family farming and others. And many other publications since 2016, right, Dr. Thanawit? Yeah, 23 also, since 23, Dr. Thanawit have already published a paper as well, yeah, related to the linkage between human development, economic growth, and economic development at time series studies and cross-country analysis with co-integration techniques. That publication is also as his master thesis at Srinacarinwirot University, Bangkok. Besides the paper published in several journals and publication, Dr. Thanawit also present their paper in 2022, the newest one about the happiness and subjective well-being from Muay Thai boxer perspective in the 18th annual conference of the International Society for Quality of Life Studies. In the same year, Dr. Thanawit also present about the microfinance for island homestay tourism and its impact on happiness and subjective well-being in rural Thailand. So you guys, if you want to know more about the happiness and well-being, you can also directly ask Dr. Thanawit about that. I think it's very interesting to know more about the relationship between the happiness and human well-being. Okay, that's all about Dr. Thanawit. And for next, we would like to hear Dr. Thanawit lecturing about, about the comparative study of reducing carbon footprints in Brazil, Bhutan, and Thailand. Dr. Thanawit, times and the media is yours for the next 1.5 hours. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much, Nuva, Dr. Nuva. Um, so welcome everyone to this seminar. So I'm happy to be here. So thank you so much for inviting me to give lecture to this event. So hello everyone. Hello, you can say hi. I just I went to IPB recently. I'm not sure I met some of you in IPB, right? Anyone remember me? You can raise your hand. You can wave or clap, or you can uh, if you can if you have met me. Anyone? I'm not sure. Where are you from? Most of you, are you from IPB? Everyone, or you from FEM or from other departments? You can just chat, or you can just talk. Oh, you're from Malaysia. Daniel from Malaysia. Hello, Mohammed from Pakistan. Great. Anyone else? IPB. Okay. ESL. FEM. Oh, from Surabaya. Surabaya. Okay, good. So this course, so everybody from many different places, right? That's good. East Java. Okay. I never been to East Java. I've been. This is my first time in IPB, but I've been to Indonesia about 5 times in Banda Aceh and Medan in Sumatra Island. So I hope to visit Indonesia more, maybe in the future. Anyone else from different place? Okay, so let's start and compare your slide. Okay, so today I just what in I was invited from the FAM IPB when it was there on the 6th, 7th of this month, and then I just thinking about what to gonna talk to you. So I want to share to you about from my experience and from some of my research about how to reduce carbon footprints in 3 cases in 3 countries. So we have Brazil, Bhutan, and Thailand. So why I want to talk about these 3 countries? So first of all, Thailand is for sure. I'm from Thailand, so I will give you some insight, some information about Thailand. And then the second one is Bhutan. So Bhutan is good case study for this carbon footprint. Very good example of a country that can do the sustainable development. And the last one, Brazil. Brazil is a kind of my second or third home. I travel to Brazil a lot the last 10 years. So I go to Brazil every year or every 2 times a year to teach, to do research in Brazil. And we have some collaboration with the University of UFGD in the southwest of Brazil, border to Paraguay. So I could give you some information about the uh, carbon footprints in Brazil as well. So, and feel free to raise your hand to ask question or to just jump into any kind of discussion anytime you want. Okay. So so far, have you been to any kind of any country in these 3 countries? Anyone? We've been to Thailand, Bhutan, Brazil. Who has been to Thailand? Maybe you have been to Thailand, right? It's not far from Indonesia. Anyone? You can chat if you've been to Thailand before. Daniel, have you been to Thailand? Yes? No? Dr. Nuva, have you been to Thailand? Not yet. Okay. So I hope you can come maybe in the future. Now we can have in the future we can have the MOU between two universities and you can visit us in the next year or next coming year. Okay. We talk about the reducing carbon footprint. So first of all, I want you to introduce you to the SDG. So I think you really familiar with this because I can see this at your at FEM, right? You have these 17 goals on the wall of in near the park, near your building. You recognize this, right? Daniel, you recognize this at FEM. You have these 17 goals of SDGs already. So when we talk about carbon footprint reduction, so which goal that is really the main one? Anyone? Which one is related to the carbon footprint reduction?
Maybe climate action.
Sorry.
Goal number 13.
Okay, that's good. Yeah, climate action. Yeah. So number 13. Yeah. So what else?
Yes.
Yeah, but it can link to other goal as well. Number 14, number 15, number 17, and other goals can link to the reduction of the carbon footprint. But the main one is number 13. You're right. So all the countries that commit to do the SDGs, number 13 is the main one. Like Thailand, Indonesia, we are the same. We commit to reduce the effect to the climate change. So this one, number 13, is very important goal. And when we talk about the sustainable development, so go back to the Brundtland Commission in 1987. So we see the model of SEE, model of sustainability. So you can see that there are three dimensions, three pillars of sustainability: social, economic, and environmental, right? So for sure, we want to improve our economy, we want economic growth, but at the same time, we need to preserve our environment and to sustain our society as well. So sustainable is there. We want to keep our environment for our next generation, not only for us, but for our kids in the future as well. But some model, when we talk about sustainability nowadays in Thailand, we focus on sustainable tourism. Yeah, because tourism is one of the main income of Thailand. About 14% of our GDP comes from tourism. So when we talk about sustainable tourism, sustainable development, we want to increase our income. We want to preserve our culture. We want to make our society more equal, more equity, alive, and we want to be environmentally friendly as well at the same time. So when we talk about carbon emissions, there are many measurements. Jump to the measurement. The simple one is the carbon emission per capita by countries. So you can see which country is the most the highest in terms of carbon emission per capita. Yeah, you can see that in normally developed countries, right? Developed countries very high in carbon emission per capita. For example, in Middle East, Canada, Saudi Arabia, USA, Australia, Russia. So they are all like quite developed country, lots of construction, lots of investment. What about China? China is what is the big gap? The big chunk of this graph shows the width is show the number of population. So China or India is a big country. So you can see from this chart is quite big, but the carbon emission per capita is lower than the US or other developed countries like in Europe, in Japan, in Poland is lower compared to other countries in Asia, in Africa. So what you see from here, so it's very, very low in terms of carbon emission per capita in Africa, in developing country, is quite low. In Indonesia, you can see on the uh, left hand side, right hand side is 2.2. So it's much a lot lower than the US or China. So Indonesia, Thailand, we are not that high, but still we need to reduce anyway. It's still, we cannot say that, oh, we are still have very low emissions, so we don't have to do anything. No, not everybody has to do it, has to do something to reduce. Not only one country have to do, the whole world, every country have to help because the impact of this carbon emission is going to affect the whole world, not only the country that can reduce, so the whole country going to get the impact. Another thing, another measurement is the GHA, the measure of the footprint, the ecological footprint, the measure of global hectares. So you can see that from all our activities for the deforestation, for agriculture, grazing land for feeding the cows, for our meat, or the fishing in the ocean, or building lots of new buildings, or the crops. So all of our economic activities, this can increase the number of carbon dioxide emission in the atmosphere. So these activity we have to consider that is one of the impact. They are the impact to the increase the situation. So using this ecological footprint, so the same developed country very high, developing countries is very, very low, or you can see that it's a big gap, big difference between the North America, the red one, and Africa, the blue one. Even in Asia Pacific, the very large dark blue one is quite low compared to the North America, in Canada, in the US. Okay, let's go back to other dimension of the carbon dioxide emission per person. So food, when we talk about food, right? You think, oh, why food is linked to the carbon emission? Yes, all activities. So the food production, when we want to eat some meat, this they show you some Thai food. Do you know anyone of any of Thai food here? Anyone? You know the name? Anyone can, you know the name? Oh, you know, Trivira, you know, Tom Yam, or Daniel, Tom Yam. Oh, you know. How do you know? Have you tried before? You said you never been to Thailand, but you know Tom Yam. Yeah, this is Tom Yam Goong. Tom Yam is the main dish in Thailand, very hot and spicy and sour soup. normally with the prawns, right? With the prawn, or you can change to chicken uh, or just vegetable, mushroom. What else? Other dish, and other dish, pad thai. Okay, pad thai is not in this picture, but yes, pad thai is another main dish. What else? This salad on the top salad. What is the name? Is a spicy papaya salad. This what we call som tam, green curry. This one, or the grilled beef with spicy sauce and chicken and sticky rice. So these are the Thai food. But why Thai food? Which one? Which one gonna create more carbon dioxide emission? Yeah, for sure. The beef one, right? Beef one. From this chart, you can see. So very high in carbon dioxide emission per person because you need a lot of land, right? Raising land to feed the cow, get the meat. You need to get a big space for cow production to get the meat, or even chicken, or uh, even the seafood. To get this kind of prawns, you need to uh, take the boat to the ocean and to gather them, collect them from the ocean. So use a lot of you create lots of carbon dioxide from your production, from all the activities. So you can see that some people said, okay, I will stop eating meat, then I will be vegan. I will not eat beef anymore. I will not eat chicken anymore. I want to be vegan. I want to be vegetarian, so I can reduce the carbon footprint. Are you sure that if you change to vegan and you're gonna reduce carbon dioxide quite a lot? What do you think? Anyone? You think that is a good way to reduce carbon dioxide? If everybody in the world change to we're gonna be vegan, is it gonna help a lot or not? Can you say yes or no? You can type in your chat. Yes, if you think that people should change to vegan and we can reduce. Farah she said no. Farah said no, it's not gonna help that much. What about other people? You think yes or no? We have to change. Maybe Muhammad said maybe if we change to vegan, maybe is can help. Daniel said a bit. Anyone else? No. I think balanced food. Okay. I think balanced food. Okay. Good. Anyone else? And try to reduce consumption. Okay. Try to reduce consumption from daily thing. You can talk, okay? If you don't want to chat, you can maybe talk. You can turn on your microphone and you can speak. Don't worry. You can do whatever you want. You can chat or you can talk. Because the nutrition in vegetable may be doesn't equal to meat. Okay. This is Mufara. So yeah, for sure. If you change to vegan, you're gonna lose some important nutrition, right? Because you cannot find anything replaced to not the same as to get from beef, right? From chicken that you get from the beans. Yeah, it can be equivalent, but it's not gonna be the same. The protein, the same protein. Okay, let's see. We can go at when we go further, we will get answer that if we change to vegan or vegetarian, do can we reduce carbon dioxide emission a lot or not? We can get answer later. Okay. Are you hungry? You see the Thai food, very, very, very hungry. Okay, so when we talk about this is of the two big person in the United Nations. So you say that they say that okay, we need to be change the world. We have to change the way we do tourism. We have to change the way we manage about tourism. Yes, from Mr. Surab, the Secretary General of the United Nations and WTO. So he said that okay, we need jobs, we need businesses in the tourism sector, but still we need to protect our natural cultural heritage as well. We have to preserve for our next generation. So we cannot do anything what we want now. We want to keep it as the environment for our generation, our kids. And Antonio Guterres he is a Secretary General of the United Nations, so he's agree. He said, "Oh, there's no time to waste. We have to rethink, reinvent tourism together. We have to deliver more sustainable, prosperous, and resilient future for everyone." Right? So we need, for sure, we need money. We need to be economic growth, but still, how we can increase our income without destroy our environment. So I just show you this picture. Can we do that? Anyone can answer me, where is this? This is the most popular place in Thailand before COVID-19. This is before COVID-19. Krabi. Oh, great. Noel, you know. Where is exactly in Krabi? Have you been to Krabi, Noel? No? Anyone? Last 2 years. Okay, so he has been last 2 years. You have been. Oh, Pakistan is more beautiful than this. Yeah, Pakistan is beautiful for sure. I never been, but I have some friends in Pakistan. The mountains, beautiful. I hope I can go to Pakistan one day. Where you from, Muhammad? Are you from Islamabad or
Yes, sir. We invite you to in our country.
okay? Are you from Islamabad or
No, I'm from Ahmedabad.
where is it? Which part of
Uh,
Pakistan?
it's 1 hour from capital.
Okay, 1 hour. Okay, good. Maybe next time I will visit. You visit my friend
Sure,
in
sir.
Islam.
Always welcome.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Thank you. Yeah. So this quite different from Pakistan, right? Pakistan is lots of mountains and beautiful mountains and rivers, but this is the in the Andaman Sea. You can see that lots of tourists and crowded, lots of boats. So this is before COVID-19. It's called Maya Bay in Krabi. So what you think about this? So it's you can see the boat. This is high speed boat, and each boat produce a lot of emission, a lot of carbon dioxide for sure, and destroy some of the coral reefs. They don't want to destroy the coral, but because of it's crowded, so they destroy a lot of coral reefs in this bay. So luckily, at the same time, the government want to protect this area, and the COVID struck, and then so this bay is closed for about 2 years. And this what happened after that. So this is the after COVID-19. The sea is very clean now. If you go to this island again at the moment, it's not crowded. It's not a lot of boats. It's very clean. So the government set and local people set the rules, the regulation of the tourism. So you cannot just go, everybody go at the same time. So we need to set the rules to visit. We set the schedule. You cannot just 100 boats visit this island at the same time. It's not possible anymore. So it's more clean. All the coral reefs come back to life. So this is very, very it's good news for Thailand, for tourism in Thailand. So this is another way we preserve our country, preserve our environment, and yeah, we can get income. Still, we have income from tourists. Anyway, so it's better way, right? Better, right? Like this, like this. I know you are some of you like Instagram or TikTok. So you prefer this one or this one? You prefer a crowded? Yeah, this one better. You can take photo of your own, your family. You can take of your boyfriend, girlfriend, and this like this. How you can take photo? I cannot imagine how to take photo with this. you, you take photo and people is at your background. You know, lots of people. So it's very difficult to do this, right? Yeah, for sure. Daniel said lots of editing. Yeah, lots of Photoshop. You can delete now on you have a very you good at technology, right? You can your phone can fading some of your background. You can delete people, but still you want this. It's easier. It's a very easy to take photo, right? To do TikTok, to do Instagram. Yeah, but this is you can do some content on this picture, right? On lots of people, good contents, good photo, taking other people photos, but still, this one is nice. This one is good. Mohammed said, no, it's reality. During COVID-19, no one go outside. Yeah, for sure. During COVID-19, it's not like this. It's not like this. But before, this is before COVID is a lot. But during COVID, it's closed. This bay is closed, and people go out. In Thailand, people still go out, but with mask and very careful. So we know that tourism is one of the income of not only Thailand, around the world. You need income from GDP. Some countries very high income from tourism, like some island like Fiji, Maldives, uh, Aruba, but Thailand still more than 14% we get income from GDP for our GDP, and the tourism is the main one. But still, when we lose uh, we lose lots of jobs, lots of businesses during COVID-19. But now it's back. We back to normal. We it's not back to normal. We try to get tourism to come to Thailand still. Since 2017, 2018, before the COVID-19, we have lots of tourists, and Bangkok is number one for number of tourists, 20 million. So can you imagine lots of flights to Thailand, to Suvarnabhumi Airport, very crowded. So what happened? So when we have lots of flights, so lots of carbon dioxide, pollution, we are one of the worst country that produce that has carbon dioxide. And lots of cars, traffic jams in Bangkok and in big cities. But still, lots of people coming to Thailand during the last 3 years before the COVID-19. I don't know why, because maybe they want to see the culture, they want to see the beautiful culture, the temples or the street market, the street food in Thailand. So that is maybe popular online and social network. So people coming a lot during the last uh, 3 years before the COVID-19. And during COVID-19, for sure, yes, we still have people are coming still, but is a very strict regulations. We have the quarantine regulation, and finally we try to reduce the regulation. And nowadays you can come to Thailand without you can just show that you have the vaccination for at least 2 doses and fine. You can visit Thailand anytime. Right? Yeah, our GDP, you can see from the graph, is quite a big chunk of GDP from tourism. But during COVID-19, our income dropped a lot because of number of tourists reduced to zero. The airport is very like all the planes stop flying. Even the plane domestic flights stop. So people, if you want to travel to Bangkok, even travel to other city, you have to go by car, and it's very not so. Normally, people stay home for a while, and then people start traveling by cars. Yeah, for sure. During COVID-19, the number of carbon dioxide emission dropped dramatically. But after that, after the regulation is gone, so the traveling is goes up again nowadays. Flights, lots of flights again in Thailand, domestically and internationally. Yeah, you can see tourism is very important. It's an impact around the world. Asia Pacific is a high income from GDP of tourism, 9.8%. In Europe again as well, 8%. In Caribbean, 13%. Latin America, 8%, Middle East, 8%, and Africa, 6%. And for job as well, lots of jobs is in the business, in the tourism sector. Yeah. And the projection is the number of tourists is gonna be going back, but not gonna be like before. Yeah, we get the change, right? Number of tourists is getting more and more and more, but still not gonna be now is far from before, because the prices of the oil crisis, the price of oil is increased, so the price of ticket is double. Like an international flight from Europe to Thailand is double, from America, from other part of the world is very expensive now. So number of tourists cannot go back to be the same like before COVID-19. Compared to the flight, you can see number of flights is a lot less, very different from here. So it's good news, right? You think that, oh, it's good. So now it's not a lot of flights, so we can reduce some of carbon dioxide, but it's not gonna last long. Finally, when everything the time changes, so number of flights gonna go up again, and we cannot stop this because people need to travel, do business, vacation, study, so we have to fly. So I'm sure this gonna happen in a couple of years. Number of flights gonna go up again. So, what is the best way we can reduce carbon footprint in terms of, in the case of Thailand? Can you guess? I give you this photo. Can you guess that how? What is your guess, or if you know the answer, or you can guess which what is the best way to reduce carbon footprint? You stop using car, or using electric car, or maybe we can just stop flying, or we can use renewable energy, or we can be vegan. Okay, Mohammed said a plantation. We can grow more plants. Everybody grow at least one person, one tree is gonna help. Or we can use public transport, or we can do some improve our cooking equipment. use clean energy. Okay, renewable resources use. Okay, what else? What is the best way? Recycling. Any guess? Plant more trees. Okay, plant more trees. What else? So if you talk to people who are vegetarian or vegan, they say, "Oh, everybody have to be vegan, so we can stop." We reduce a lot of carbon dioxide. Public traffic use. Okay, can use buses or Skytrain or the metro. Like in Thailand now, we have more and more new line, new routes of Skytrains, new routes of underground. Okay, you can everybody can just give your answer here. Okay, in chat. Okay, share our daily habits in saving energy from Charlie. Okay, you can keep putting your answer here. Okay, and we can see the answer later. Okay, so this is Bangkok. Oh, not Sao Paulo. I just make a mistake. This is not Sao Paulo. This is Bangkok. So Bangkok, about 10 million people live here. From this picture, you can see that it's a mix. Bangkok is why Bangkok is interesting. Why tourists want to come to Bangkok, because it's a mix of old tradition buildings, the culture, and the new modern buildings. So this is the palace in central Bangkok, and at the background is lots of high building. Some of the buildings now is more. This picture is quite old, so if you come to Thailand at the moment, lots of high-rise building in the city center. So what we do now in Thailand in terms of reducing carbon footprint, so this kind of activity can help reducing the carbon footprint in Thailand. So we have ecotourism, agritourism, creative tourism. I'm not sure you're familiar with this term, but I think I hope you know ecotourism. So this kind of tourism, I think, is in Indonesia, in Pakistan, in India, in Japan. I think all countries try to apply this kind of tourism. So it's a kind of tourism that are not harm the environment, try to use very little energy as possible, not going to harm the environment, try to preserve the environment, to keep the environment. All the activity of ecotourism have to be very clean, very not going to be very small impact on the environment. For example, you can go do bird watching, you can do the bicycle in the rice field. This is very popular now in Thailand. Everyone take one bicycle and cycling along the rice paddy field, cycling to the rural areas. And it's good for during COVID-19 as well, because COVID-19 you need a lot of space where you don't go to the place that crowded. So this is very good. You stay far away from each other, like a social distancing, right? And you exercise well, and the bicycle, no carbon dioxide emission. So it's good for your health, healthy, good for the environment, good for the local people can get income from your tourist activity, right? So everybody wins. So it's very good. What about this? Walking, trekking along the historical sites, historical heritage. This is in the central part of Thailand, in Ayutthaya, just next to near Bangkok. It's nice to walk around this old capital of Thailand and just relax, and lots of space to see, to walk. Or at the bottom right, this is whitewater rafting. So this activity is very popular now as well in the south of Thailand and in other part of Thailand. With if you have waterfalls or rivers, you can do this kind of activities, and it's very sustainable. Um, and another one on the top left, you see that plants similar to in Indonesia, we call mangkut. In Indonesia, I think you call manggis or something, right? Is it manggis? These plants is the fruits, purple fruit. So this kind of tourism we call creative tourism. So tourists will come to the farm or the local farm, the fruit plantation, and then they can collect and get fruits what they want. They can pick the fruit by themselves, and they can stay with the farmers, stay like a homestay or farm stay with the local people, and they can learn how to cook Thai food. So you come to Thailand now, it's very popular that you can book for Thai food cooking class, and you can learn how to cook tom yam, how to cook pad Thai, and how to make your own dish using local products, work with local people. So this kind of tourism we call creative tourism. So it's very it's a win-win activity. Local people can get more income from your you pay the fee to the local people, you stay with them, you pay for the accommodation, you pay for the local food, and you learn about their culture, about their food, about how they plant the trees, learn about their uh, lifestyle. Okay, so this activity that is the government uh, support a lot of budget for local people to improve their tourist activity, tourist destination in each provinces. So we have 76 provinces in Thailand, include Bangkok. So it's gonna be 77 cities. So all 77 cities. So now try to do this kind of tourism around Thailand. So if you go anywhere in Thailand, you can find this information in each place. This is another example of sustainable tourism. You can search Google about Ban Rai Ayarun. So this is another kind of farm stay. You go and stay in a farm. They grow lots of vegetable, local products, and you can pick your own vegetable. You can stay with them and learn how to grow vegetables and how to cook Thai food, how to grow some uh, local products. This is in Ranong province, the border in the south, the border to Myanmar. So this is the place is very popular now. If you come to Thailand, you can visit and learn about how they can use local resources for sustainable development and for local development. So local people now they get lots of more income than before, more and more income instead of doing other activities like mining or lots of other activity that is create lots of uh, problem to the environment. But now they're doing this, so it's very healthy for them and very uh, help the local a lot. This is another other activities that you can see now in Thailand. For example, cycling around Bangkok, cycling this on the top left, top right is in Chiang Mai. Chiang Mai is the biggest city in the north. So this is cycling and going around to different places in Chiang Mai. Or the bottom left is the elephant trekking in Phuket, in Phang Nga in the south. You can just fun ride on a big animal elephant, and you can go around in the woods and around relaxing, go to the river. Or the last one is a rickshaw. You can go on the rickshaw or this we call samlo, this kind of vehicle and go around Bangkok. It's very popular now in Thailand. So if you come to Thailand, you can try this activity like a tourist, and you can be proud. You help preserve the environment as well. Okay, so in terms of Thailand, we reduce number of carbon dioxide. Only this activity, tourism, we can reduce a lot of carbon footprint. So at the moment, the government support a lot of money on ecotourism, agri-tourism, and creative tourism. For sure, we still make tourist satisfaction. The tourists happy, they're very happy to come to Thailand the same. But we focus on quality, not quantity. Because in the past, we want more. Come to Thailand, everybody come. So we want quantity. We don't really care about environment, but now we need to care more about environment because uh, we can see the destruction of the corals. We can see the lots of waste, lots of pollution in Thailand. Some days in Bangkok it's very cloudy, very smoky. So nowadays we just focus on quality. We don't. It's okay that we don't have a lot of tourists, but we still uh, can get income from the value-added tourism activity. So the local get more income for sure, and we minimize the environmental impact and preserve our culture as well at the same time. So this is another way to reduce carbon footprint in terms of tourism in Thailand. Not only tourism, but we have other ways to reduce carbon footprint. So on the left, I can show you some of the result from the research of the research Center for Research into Energy Demand Solutions. So you can see from the UK. So you can see that from your answer, which one is gonna reduce more CO2 emission. So if you say, okay, I want to be vegan, I want to change my diet to be vegan, so you can reduce only 0.8 tons, not that much, right? So if you want to reduce a lot from these 10 ways to reduce your carbon footprint, so the first one, the best way is live car free. So you have to reduce. You don't stop using cars sometimes or motorcycle. So you can reduce 2.04 tons. So it's number one. Or you can use battery electric car. So this one in Thailand, we're gonna be the hub of electric car production in Southeast Asia. So this one is a lot as well. One less long haul flight per year. Like me, I feel so bad as well. I travel many times in a year. So next month I will fly to the UK and Brazil. From here to Brazil, I have to fly 24 hours. So it's two flights, two long flights. So it's bad. It's too long and it's a lot of CO2 emission. So if I can, the last 2 years I didn't fly anywhere. I just stay home. I don't use car. So I help a lot last 2 years. But now I have to fly again. So I try to travel less. If someone in Europe invite me to go, I just say, okay, can I do online? Okay, maybe that can help. Use like some of you answer this answer, right? Use renewable energy. It's good a lot. reduction. Public transport is still good. Cutting down single-use plastic, eating plant-based diet, buy more sustainable fashion, insulating your home. That's help because if you insulate your house, you can make your house more very suitable for the weather. So you don't have to turn on, turn on your uh, appliance, electric appliance, right? So you save energy, enable heating. So these are the 10 ways, very popular way to reduce our footprint. On the right, you can see that Thailand gonna be we have a target for the next couple of years, and in the future, we're gonna be the hub for the electric car production. So we're gonna produce a lot of electric car nowadays. Uh, like some of my colleagues have already bought the electric car, and each gas station have the station for charging your electric car. You can charge from at home or you can charge in some station. And for one charge, you can go like more than 150 kilometers. So it's still doable to have an electric car. Some people said, "Oh, maybe I want to travel a long journey, so I don't want to use electric car because maybe it's gonna stop not somewhere nowhere that is in the middle of nowhere that you cannot find the charger, the place to charge your car." But don't worry, now the government now they try to increase the stations for the electric car. So I hope in the next 2 3 years we're gonna have at least thousand more than 1,000 stations around Thailand. Yeah, so it's gonna be very enough for charge people who use it. I'm not sure Indonesia. Is it? Can you? Is there any? Have you seen any kind of electric car running around already? Is it a lot already in Jakarta or in Bogor? Have you seen anyone? You know? Oh, there's a question here. What is sustainable fashion? So sustainable fashion is so the material, the material of your fashion is can be uh, environmentally friendly, can come from cotton, come from nature, not from plastic or some produced good for environment. So you have to go more sustainable fashion. Uh, oh, pretty common already. Okay, Farah said it's common. So, okay, thank you, Mohammed. Mohammed said carbon neutral fashion. Um, so it means that in Indonesia you have the same, right? The number of electric cars is increasing the same, like in Thailand. I think in uh, every country now try to increase this, but the rate of increase is maybe it's not the same. Like in Europe, now in Norway, in the UK, the number of electric cars increased very fast. Like Norway is the first country that is stopped using using petrol. So the second country maybe going to be the UK and followed by France and European countries. But in Thailand, I hope in the next couple of years, the number of electric car going to be increased a lot because it's the cost of it's quite cheap, Yeah, the car is quite expensive, but when you use for your traveling per day, per time, it's a lot cheaper than using normal car. It's a lot cheaper. Okay, this is another thing you can see if you come to Thailand, to Bangkok. So do you know anyone who know this? This is very iconic place in Bangkok. This is river in Bangkok, the main river in Bangkok. We call River Chao Phraya. เจ้าพระยา River แม่น้ำเจ้าพระยา and this boat is in use already. It's electric ferry transport people along the river. So if you go to Bangkok, you have to go to this river because lots of beautiful temples, beautiful places along this river, and it's a big shopping mall, beautiful shopping mall on this river as well. So nowadays, before they used that little boat, you see that little boat, the long tail, long boat, that one with a lot of carbon dioxide emission and very black smoke come out of that boat. Very dirty smoke, very smelly and dirty carbon dioxide. A lot. This one is a new one and it's now gonna be uh, have this kind of boat, this kind of ferry, more and more this kind of ferry to go along Chapia River. And this boat, this ferry, the important thing is they use a solar cell as well. So the energy is from the solar cell, from the sunlight. So it's very good, very genius use. This made in Thailand. The thing is, this is made by Thai company, Thai people. So it's very good. This is another way of travel in Bangkok. So you travel by boat and you go by link to the underground, link to the sky trains. So and you don't have to stuck in the traffic anymore if you go to Thailand to Bangkok next time. Okay, just go forward to another country, to Bhutan. So Bhutan, have you heard about Bhutan before? I think you know, right? It's a small country in the mountains, in next to India and close to Nepal. So Bhutan is a very beautiful country. It's a mountainous country in the mountains. The whole country is in the mountains everywhere. Right? There's very few little plain area, little valley, but the whole country is all the mountainous country. Okay, so it's beautiful, it's green, lots of trees. So this is a symbol of Bhutan. So Bhutan, they say Bhutan, happiness is a place. So this country, they just focus on happiness of people. So they don't really focus on income, economic growth. For sure, yes, they have a plan to increase the income, but that is not the main goal of the country. So Bhutan, you can say that Bhutan is the only country in the world that using different measurement of development. In terms of development, they don't use GDP. You know GDP, right? Gross domestic product. But in Bhutan, they use GNH, gross national happiness, instead of GNP. They use GNH. Okay. Yeah, GNH, gross national happiness in Bhutan. So there are 4 pillars of GNH: ecological sustainability, preservation and promotion of free and resilient culture. So they care about environment, they care about culture, they care about social and economic, and good governance and law is going to be another dimension to keep everything going on. So there are 4 pillars. These 4 pillars split into 9 dimensions of GNH: psychological well-being. So they want to make sure, the government want to make sure the people in the country are happy, satisfaction with their life. They have satisfied with their work. They can go to work and be happy with their work life, their family, don't have any psychological disorder. Time use, the government make sure that how they use the time properly to relax, not work too much. The time that they travel from home to their work not take too long. So if they take 3 hours to go to work, the government need to help them to in the route, read, to make sure that they can have time to don't spend lots of time on work, on traveling to work. Like in Bangkok, people traveling, some people stay in their cars for many hours, 4 hours to go to work, 4 hours to go home. That's not good life, right? You don't want to spend your time in the car all day, right? So this time use is very important. Like in Bhutan, the problem is mountainous. So if you want to travel from one city to another city, maybe it takes quite long, even it's a short distance. But because the road is very on the edge of the cliff or the edge of the mountain, so it's very dangerous. So the government need to provide a proper road for community vitality. So the market, the city have to be very lively. People have to be very happy and to go to the market and exchange their products. Culture, they keep the culture. Even the king, the queen came to some events in the city. When I was there a couple of years ago, even the prime minister joined people in some activity. For example, one time I went with the prime minister came to the village and to ask to help people to collect the rubbish in the street by the river. So they are very uh, it's a nice way to see that, and everybody wear their national costume every day. The national costume, they wear to work, they wear to the market, to the city center. They keep the culture very well. The health, they have to be healthy, eat properly, eat healthy food. Everybody have a chance to go to school, have good education. Everybody can speak English. The environmentally friendly diversity of the plants and animals, they preserve the animal. For example, some animal that you can find a lot in Bhutan, for example, takin, Takin. You can Google takin is a very cute animal. Look like it's not a cow. Maybe it's a mix of cow with something, but it's very short face. Takin is a very cute animal in Bhutan. Takin. You can Google. It's a animal that you can see a lot in Bhutan, and they're very cute. And if you go to Bhutan, you cannot fishing. You cannot go fishing because they want to preserve the river, the animal in the river, the environment in the river ecosystem. So you cannot fish in Bhutan. The don't fish is illegal. So people and how if you want to eat fish, what you gonna do? Normally, Bhutanese people they don't eat fish. No fish in their food. So if you want to eat fancy food like a seafood, fish, you have to import from India, from other countries. Normally, people don't eat fish. Eating standard, yeah, for sure, you need some money. So you produce some products, grow some apples, some fruit, so in the market, some oranges, and good governance. I show you some of my food when I was there a couple of years ago. So this is the food in Bhutan. So this is the snacks before the dinner. So you have these snacks first. It's kind of crispy snacks from grains, from corn. So this is just it is the crispy snacks before to like an appetizer. And after that, this is the first dish. So you have this one is a kind of the white thing is kind of dumpling. Dumpling inside is, there are some vegetable and some beef inside, and on the left is kind of the knuckles of the cows knuckles. So fried, and with some chili paste. So Bhutanese people, they like spicy food, so they everything put with the chili. So I'm happy because I like spicy food. I like Thai food, very spicy. So I like this chili. So this is the first dish, and this is the main dish, the main course. And this is from the restaurant, the best restaurant in Bhutan, right? So this restaurant, I was there, and the prime minister came here at that day, that night, to have dinner here as well. So what they have? They have rice. This is the rice they produce by themselves in the mountains, and onion salad, green chili with some cheese, and kind of this pancake, the pancake from the local grains. I'm not sure what kind of grain, but it's a little bit similar to sesame, but it's not. It's kind of brown and very soft pancake. And the meat is from the cows, with the bones and the cows just fry. And on the top is cheese. It's kind of gooey cheese. So this is the main dish. The main course is only this simple. You see, there is no fancy, no fish, no seafood, nothing, right? So this is a good food from them. So very healthy. The local produce, not a lot of no imported thing from other countries. So you don't have to transfer this from other countries, or very simple. Okay, let's move on. So not what you can see from the Bhutan. In Bhutan story, you can see that the food is very simple. They just don't eat import from other country. They just, yeah, there are some imported, but it's normally local people who don't really eat fancy food. So they eat simple food like they produce by themselves. And for the uh, transport, so normally they just walk, or they just going by very little, some very few cars in the cities. And yeah, uh, this country, another thing I forgot to tell you, Bhutan is the, the only one country that they can claim that they have a minus carbon dioxide emission in the world. Why is minus? Because the number of carbon dioxide emission in this country is less than the number of oxygen that they produce. This country can produce because they have a lot of trees, and they have very low activity, low factory number of factory is very few factories in this country, and low activity that can produce carbon dioxide. So this country is I think the first country that claim that they have a minus carbon dioxide emission in the world. And the prime minister, uh, the last prime minister, uh, Top K, he said in the meeting in the UN that, okay, his country has a negative um, minus of carbon dioxide emission, but he really want other country to help. Only his country, one country, Bhutan, one country cannot help the world. You know, this country have a minus, but the rest of the world, a lot of tons of carbon dioxide emission. So it's not going to work. So all the country need to help. You know, everybody have to reduce. Not you don't need to be minus. You can be some carbon. For sure, we cannot be like Bhutan. Can we work? Can we be minus like Bhutan? No, impossible. We have different way of development. So we still need to fly. We still need cars. We still need motorcycle. We need to work. So we don't have to be like Bhutan. This is the extreme case that I show you. We don't have to be like this, but at least we have to reduce our activity, our dioxide emission. Okay, The last case study, Brazil. Anyone have been to Brazil or have learned about Brazil before? Where is Brazil? Can you answer? Okay, Tony Made. Sorry, I didn't read this. Okay, so in Himalaya, which China need a good smart tourism. Okay, good. Smart and anything in Himalayas. Okay, so this is from Mr. Robbie Forson. Okay. I want to see Himalaya aside from Kashmir. Okay, I want to see as well. It's beautiful place, yes. GNH, good. GNH, better. Without see directly, good. I wish. Okay, so now we move on to another country. Can you tell me where is Brazil? Which continent or which country is next to where it's situated? Can you guess? Or if you know, where is it? So this picture is Rio de Janeiro. So I love this city. It's a nice big city, beautiful. You can buy everything here. So Rio de Janeiro is the old capital of Brazil. So now it's not the capital anymore. It's uh it's a big hub of the flights going to Rio, and it's a harbor. It's a big harbor here. Okay, Muhammad Asif. Correct. South America. So in South America. So it's the only country in South America that speak Portuguese. So if you go to Brazil, you need to speak Portuguese language. They speak Portuguese because it's colonized by Portugal. And the rest, their neighbors, they all speak Spanish. Argentina, Paraguay, Uruguay, Chile, Peru, Colombia, Ecuador, other countries except Brazil. Other country they speak Spanish. Only Brazil speak Portuguese. You have big forest there. Oh, good. Yeah, forest. It's a country forest. So this is a picture of Rio de Janeiro. The Christ, the Jesus Christ, is in this mountain. Is this rock? This is a main tourist destination of Rio. If you come here, you have to go up here to see the view. It's called Cucuvado, this mountain, and you see this bay. This bay is called Guanabara Bay, and the city in the below, lots of building, lots of cities around, very beautiful, right? The mountain in the on the right, that mountain is called Sugarloaf. We can take a cable car up to the top of Sugarloaf to see another view. Sadly, this country is 6.7 million people live here. It's a lot of people, crowded. In front of them is a bay, is the sea. At the back of them is a mountains, lots of forests. And people, lots of people want to live here. People, big city in Brazil, people want to live in big city by the bay, by the coast, because it's more beautiful, it's the weather is nicer, it's big city. They don't want to live in the mainland because in the mainland there are lots of forests, lots of trees, not developed. So they want to live here. So you can see from these photos, the problem is the good news is beautiful. The weather is very nice. Bad news is traffic is so bad because lots of people live here. And another problem is favela. Favela, Favela. Favela is a local name for shanty town or slum. You can see on the left. This is very simple for poor people in Brazil to live in this kind of slum, this kind of accommodation. So millions and millions of people stuck together in this illegal. They're all illegal properties, illegal electric system, electric. Everything here is illegal, but the government cannot just get rid of them. It's impossible. They're stuck together, and even the police cannot do anything. If you get into this kind of accommodation, this kind of village, this kind of community, you can die. You cannot come back. You cannot get in here. If you want to get in this kind of community, this favela, you need a guide. You need local people to take you in. Otherwise, you walk in and you die. Lots of tourists from Europe, they just say, okay, I want to visit here. I want just walk in and walk out. No, you walk in and you die. They kill you because they don't know who you are. You can be someone from the police or you can be someone from government. So they don't believe you. They kill you. They just rob you. So you cannot just walk in this kind of favela. You need local people on site to take you in to see what is going on there. And to it's kind of tourist, a little bit of tourism. It's kind of crazy tourism to see kind of slum. So you can see the differences between poor people and rich people live just next door to each other. Rich people, they live by the beach, they live in the the plain area because it's very expensive to get land there. So no option for poor people. They have to move up to the mountains. And when another sad news is when it rains so much, heavy rain, so landslide, they die. Sad, right? Lots of building is not proper construct, so it's the building just collapse or landslide, the mud cover them, and so they die every day, every rainy season. So some building collapse and they die. So it's sad, but they don't have option. They have to do that. The landslide, they build again. Landslide, they build again. And the bay, you can see the bay because of the not it's illegal buildings and they don't really care much about the environment. They just throw everything uh, down the mountain. So lots of rubbish just go down the river, go down to the ocean. So the Guanabara Bay is full of rubbish, full of plastic, full of everything. So it's very dirty. The government tried to clean it and it's back again, try to clean it before the Olympic. They clean it very well. And after that, one day, next day, all the rubbish come again. So it's impossible to clean. So I don't know how to do it. If you have any idea how to change this, is a big problem of Brazil. Another city, this is the biggest city in Brazil, Sao Paulo. Sao Paulo is the biggest city in Brazil, just not far from Rio, about 2 hour flights to the south. So this you can see everywhere. You see from your windows, you can see that buildings and buildings and buildings and building for many kilometers for more than 20 kilometers. So it's all buildings like this. And it's about 12 million people live here. Crowded, lots of poor people, and favela is the same. So it's exactly the same story like in Brazil, in Rio. So it's gonna be poverty and inequality. You can see on the left picture. On the left hand side of the picture is a poor people live like that, and it's a big fence between rich and poor. For the rich people, you can see they live in a nice apartment, nice building with swimming pool, with a tennis court. So they very live in a different world. They have parties, You know, Brazilian people, they like samba, dancing, party, drinking, party all the time. But people on the left, they are quite poor. They don't have uh, money. They just get up in the morning, go and rob people all the time. So like that. So this is, you can see the gap between the rich and the poor is very, very high. And the fence, some places is not only the fence like this, you can see a little wire on top of the fence is an electric wire because it's dangerous. So poor people, they can climb up the fence and to rob people. So all the community of rich people, they have electric wire to protect their house. So the poor people cannot get in. So it's a sad story, but it's there. It's like in the movie like that. On the right, you can see on the left is rich people, and the poor people live just next door to each other. So lots of crime, lots of murder, lots of robbery every day. So it's sad, but it's crowded. Living this can create lots of problem of the traffic jam, lots of carbon dioxide emission. Another thing that make the situation worse is the infrastructure crisis. Because in the past, this is the trade lines of Brazil. You can see that the trains is there. The tracks. There are some tracks linked between cities in the northeast to the southeast. You can see the routes, right? Lots of routes, but no trains. You cannot take train from Rio de Janeiro to Sao Paulo. No, you cannot take the train to the north. No, no train, no train at all. Just tracks. Yeah, you can take train for the logistic for some products, but not for passengers. And how people travel from one city to another city, go by car, by bus, go by plane. So this is we call the infrastructure crisis. Why this happened? Because of politicians. You know, right? Corruption in Brazil. Lots of people, lots of politicians they corrupt, and they just and businessman, they just uh, and the politician, they try to stop train system to be developed. They don't want the train system to develop. Why? Because if the train system develop, what's gonna happen? Yeah, people gonna go by train and they don't stop using cars. Who want people to buy more cars? Car company. So the car company want to sell more car. Okay, people, everybody have to buy car. You need a car. You need to have a car. You don't need train. Train is not good. So don't develop the train system. You need to go by plane. You have to fly. So this is not going to helpful, right? It's going to increase more and more carbon dioxide, more and more carbon dioxide emission in Brazil, because they don't care about environment. It's just okay, buy car, build more roads. So the government is just build more roads, more and more roads. Just extend the roads, expand the road, but not train. The train stop. Don't do it. So this is not a good way of development, right? So the key person that involved in this crisis is the politician and the businessman, the car company, the plane company, the trucks company. So this exactly the routes of the flights. So this is a flight in Brazil. You can fly from Rio to Sao Paulo. You can fly. It's a big country. So if you want to go by bus from one in the south to the north, you need to take a bus for 3 days. You take a bus for 3 days to go to another city to visit your cousin. It's crazy and it's very expensive. No, you don't go by bus. You have to go by plane. And how come if you are poor, you cannot visit your cousin in the north? How you gonna go by plane? No, you have to. You cannot go. But if you want to go, what is other option for poor people? Yes, you can fly, but you have to pay in little uh, amounts every month. So you divided your ticket per ticket divided by 12, and you pay each month 12 times. So that is an option in Brazil. So you pay 12 times. You buy ticket, okay, 12,000 reais, and you pay uh, this month you pay 1,000. This month you pay 1,000 every time. Every for 1 year you pay to fly for 1 year. So that is another option for people. So Embraer. So this is a plane company in Brazil is growing so much because the government support this uh, plane production, and the flights in Brazil is growing. The aviation industry is growing so fast, and the car company as well. There are lots of new car production in Brazil. So for sure, uh, they want people to buy more car. Please buy more. The government produce create more roads, and the plane we can fly more, drive more. Why not? Don't go by train. We don't want train. Train is not good. We have to fly. We have to drive. So if the government and people in the country think like this, so what's going to happen? No, it's impossible to reduce the carbon dioxide. Carbon footprint going to be very high and get higher and higher and higher because number of population is increased. Everything is increased. So it's hard. But now it's a loss of movement in Brazil. Lots of protests. They want to the government to think again and develop the railway system. Please help have the railway system in the country. So I hope in the future the railway system will come back again and develop again, and so and travel from big city to big city by train. So that is a solution for Brazil to reduce number of carbon footprint. The only way. So they have to use trade. Another sad story about Brazil is about the Amazon, or they call Amazonas. Amazon is here in the northwest of Brazil. So Amazonas is a big state, just next to Venezuela, Colombia, and Peru. It's a big forest, very big forest, and the president of Brazil they just support the deforestation. Sadly, they just okay, let's do it. Let's make new road. Let's expand the city. Let's do this, and this is the situation now. Is number of many acres of forest in rainforest in Amazon is destroyed. Lots of destruction every day. It's like this, and no one can stop it. So it's a propaganda in Brazil. Lots of people in the south of Brazil they don't really know about this. They just believe. They just believe the news. It's, oh, it's okay. It's fine. We are fine. We protect. We preserve the Amazon very well. But it's not correct. It's not good. It's not the reality. The reality is Amazon is destructed. Destructed is every day. Lots of Brazilian they don't really know about this. They don't realize this happened. They just believe whatever the news, the media just uh, showed another story. So this is gonna have lots of problem in Brazil. Another thing is food. Okay, we talk about food in Bhutan, food in Thailand. Let's see the food in Brazil is gonna be. You want to be vegan in Brazil? No, I have Brazilian people. Brazilian. I have some Brazilian friends, and they said no, we're not gonna change the vegan, vegetarian and vegan. They are wrong. Vegan is wrong. And my my friend make a joke that if someone want to change him to be vegan, he gonna grill, take the vegan people to grill, make a churrasco. Churrasco is mean this on the left, churrasco. They pronounce churrasco. So churrasco is the barbecue, beef, barbecue made of all kind of all parts of beef, meat. Can be meat, beef, can be pork, can be chicken, can be goat, lamb. So it's but the main one is beef. So Brazilian and Argentinian, these two countries, they eat a lot of beef. So it's impossible to stop them eating beef. So that's why this country is one of the beef production in the world, and they export lots of beef. They produce lots of beef in a big area. They need a big space for uh, to have a dairy industry, beef, chicken, and pigs. They have a lot of this kind of production, and they have pão de queijo, the cheese. So this is a Brazilian snack. So it's made of cheese, pudding, dessert, a banana is a bread. You dip the bread in egg and deep fry and put some sugar. This is kind of sweet. And the main dish, if you go to Brazil, this is a very simple dish in Brazil. If you are poor, this is poor people or even everybody have this. So I have some rice, arroz, we call rice arroz, and couve is a vegetable, green vegetable, fried green vegetable, and some sausage and beans, black beans, boiled, and some farofa. Farofa is made of starch, cassava flour, and stir fry with some garlic, some onions. Okay, so this you can see beef is everywhere. Lots of production of beef. So this in Brazil, how to reduce carbon dioxide with how to ask them to stop or to cut eating beef. Yeah, I think it's it's really difficult. They're not gonna do it, and Brazilian people they're gonna hate you, they're gonna kill you if you say that stop eating beef. They say they they cannot do that. So it's maybe another way to reduce carbon dioxide, not stop eating beef. Okay, so I talk too much now. I want you to now discuss, and I really want you to answer this question, and maybe we can do some discussion. What factors we need to consider for sustainable policy for these three countries? Can you give at least three policy for each country? How we can reduce the carbon footprint for Thailand, Brazil, or the Bhutan. And what about your home country? What about Pakistan? What about Indonesia? What do you think? Can you share to your class? Okay, give you about maybe couple of minutes and then you can share your idea. Okay. Okay, so Mohammed send something about Himalaya, the picture. And okay, so in Indonesia, let's treat so Southwestern Indonesia, and there is a likelihood of raining Sahara. Yeah, you have palm, right? Another problem in Indonesia I can see is a palm plantation, right? You have lots of palm on palm plantation, and so you cut lots of deforestation to grow the plum, right? Yeah, climate readjusting, climate change. So this is a kind of is climate change, climate readjusting is kind of more cover. Is a complete word. Is kind of cover all dimension of the problem in terms of problem to the environment and global warming. Global warming is just small part of climate change. So climate change is much bigger than anyone ready to share. You can share. You can, if you don't want to talk, you can chat. And if you want to say something, you can say turn on your microphone and you can say your idea. You can share idea for you can give solution for Thailand, you give solution for Brazil, you give solution or for your own country, for Indonesia. You can tell the story about your hometown, Bogor. Actually, I like Bogor. I did my first time in Bogor, and I like the botanical garden. I like the bar. I like the street food in your country. But still, you have a lot of traffic. The traffic is quite intense. Lots of motorcycles and cars in Bogor, in the city center. Okay, Mohammed Asif recommend environment friendly policy. Okay, this is must, right? Environment friendly policy. Anyone else? Do you want to you can show your you can turn on your camera if you want, so I can see people can see you your beautiful face and you can uh, share your idea. Recycle waste material. Good. You can give any suggestion to Thailand. Hello, Mohammed Asif. Hello, Daniel James. Hello, Dr. Nova. So now we have some people with camera, so it's good. So we can see. And Naraini, right? Naraini Putri, hello. Usual. You will. I think I heard that some of you are professors, some of you are executives, the administrators from FEM, from IPB will come to Thailand soon. Maybe I think next month. But in the future, you are welcome to visit us in Thaksin University. Anytime you can just, Dr. Nova can give them.
I hope next year we will visit Thaksin University.
Sure. Just come to Thailand and you can see.
Department. Yes, Dr. Dom, thank you. Okay, is there any question, guys?
Any question, comments, or you can share. You can answer my question.
About carbon footprint reduction. Yes, please give us your thoughts. Inform us.
Okay, Daniel said, make it compulsory for tourism practitioners to comply with sustainable tourism. Good. So make it compulsory. So like in Thailand, now it's very strict rules for lots of places that if you want to do any kind of vehicle for tourism, you need to control everything. For example, for the boat, you need to check the 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 engine has to be proper. The carbon dioxide emission level has to be very low. Or if you can change, like in Bangkok, change to electric boat fairing. That's good. I hope in the future we're gonna change everything to be more electric, less petrol use. Anyone else want to share your idea, or you can give your story about Indonesia? Anyone? Where are you from, Daniel? From Bogor or from which city?
Daniel's from Malaysia, Dr. Dome.
Oh, sorry. Oh, you're from Malaysia. From where? Which city? You can speak. Ah, from Sabah. Okay.
Yeah, I'm
Sabah.
from Sabah.
Sabah. Okay, Sabah.
Yeah.
I never been to Sabah. I just been to KL, Penang, and Iskandar. I think UTP Petronas.
Oh, in Peninsula. Yeah.
Yeah. That.
Maybe one day you will come to Sabah.
Okay, maybe next time. What about you, Naraini? Where you from?
I'm from Indonesia and I'm from ESL or Economic Resource and Environmental Economics, but I study in Management Science for Magister.
Okay.
So,
Are you from Bogor?
yeah, I'm from Bogor.
From Department of ESL, actually, Miss Naraini.
Actually, yeah.
Sorry?
From Department of ESL, Environmental Resource and Environmental Economic.
Okay.
Which,
But I study in Management Science actually.
Okay. Good. Okay, any ideas? Anyone want to share your idea about Thailand or Bhutan or Brazil or Indonesia, Malaysia, Pakistan? Maybe any just one. Maybe Daniel, you are the representative of Malaysia, so you say something about carbon footprint reduction in Malaysia, or in Sabah. You say a little bit, and maybe Naraini, you representative of Indonesia, maybe, and Asif, maybe Pakistan. Maybe say something about Pakistan. What about this person, Peserta?
Sorry, sir.
Okay.
Can you
Yeah, you can talk a little bit about Pakistan, maybe.
Yes, it's a wonderful country because I live in my country, and we have various landscape here. We have three big mountain ranges: Himalayan, Karakoram, and Hindu Kush. We have 9 different types, forest types in our country, and our government is taking best initiative to make clean and green Pakistan. Like they run in 2013, they run a project. They plant 1 billion tree, and after 3 to 4 years, they achieve 10 billion plantation throughout the country. And this project is highlighted on various international platforms.
Okay, good. So I totally agree with really love that policy about the growing trees. For me, if I have time, I would like to take my student. Normally, I take my student to grow some trees. Very good, practical way to to preserve the environment and to make students concerned or environment. That is very good policy. What else? Anything
Yes,
else about Pakistan?
yes, exactly. Now people are much aware about their ecosystem, and like if we go to our hospital, our schools, universities, and so other institutions, they are focusing to promote their environment. They make the policy to conserve the environment in a better way.
Hmm. And during COVID-19, I think it's happened around the world that people are at home, so they are crazy about gardening, right? People growing lots of trees, plant at home, right? It's exactly the same, right? Your country.
Yes, exactly. During COVID, I also noticed different species of plants which I never
Yeah.
seen before. They grow,
Yeah.
and everywhere we have greenery and greenery. So people used to go nature in some forest around their community. They are
Good.
really
Yeah,
live
that's
the
good.
house.
Very, very good because I think people love trees more during COVID-19. People grow lots of trees, lots of plants everywhere, like in Thailand, in the UK, in Malaysia, Indonesia, Pakistan. I think everywhere people love trees. And if you go online, you go on TikTok or Instagram or YouTube, people like make lots of contents about plants, about new plant, new trees, new varieties, the variegated plant, very expensive
Yes, exactly,
plants.
sir.
I think it's around the world we are the same. Finally, we go back to nature, right? We go back to nature. We love plants.
Thank you.
We love trees. Good. Tree is important. Anyone else? Okay, talk a little bit about Malaysia, Daniel, please.
Hello. Thank you, Doctor. Actually, in Malaysia, the initiative for reducing carbon footprint, actually it's almost the same like the one that Muhammad Sikandar mentioned. We also have the campaign for planting trees. We have the penghijauan Satu Malaysia. It's a project they initiate with the plan to plant about 1 million trees by 2025. So it took part in all of the states, and everyone can take part. And in terms of the tourism, actually there are some tourism sectors that are moving towards of being green tourism. It's not yet really well implemented, but they are completely moving towards that at some part. Yeah. And we are in Sabah, particularly in Sabah, we have a lot of natural resources. So in Sabah, in my state, in Malaysia, the main tourism sector is for natural tourism. So, and yeah, they are also trying to move towards in become green tourism. Yeah.
Good. Okay, so we go in the same direction. Green tourism, ecotourism. Okay. Good. So this is from Tikirino Kunia. Indonesia government is electrificating Indonesian car. We are trying to shift to electric. Okay, so the same. Pakistan million tree tsunami projects also already started in 2018. Okay, good.
Yes, yes. Can I add something?
Uh-huh.
It's a project Skandar is talking about. It's a 10 billion tree tsunami project in our country, which aims to plant 10 billion plant in Pakistan.
Okay, that's great project. It's a lot of trees, 10 million. Can you imagine? It's a lot of
Yes,
trees. It's big acres, many acres for that number of trees.
yes. Actually, the potential sites are in our northern areas, and some are in southern area.
Mm-hmm. Okay, good. I want to see that. So maybe next year. Pakistan is one of my my destination next year. I really want to visit to see my friends and to visit by Islamabad and other city as well. So I will see this project.
Sure, sir. We are also happy to see you here.
Okay. Anyone else? Nuraini, anything to share or comments or ask?
Sorry, sir, because right here just a few minutes ago there's an earthquake, so we're getting panic. My friend,
Oh,
yeah, it's 4.8
4.8
Yeah,
earthquake.
it's nearby in Cianjur.
But is it anything, any
No,
in the
only just a little bit.
just okay, not that strong, right? Is it normal in your area?
Yes.
Normal
No,
to have this?
But it's a bit high. Yeah, right.
yeah, 4.8 in Cianjur.
Yeah, in Cianjur is not
It's
far
near.
from Bogor.
Yeah, it's
Oh.
near.
But you are safe, right? Nothing, nothing collapse. Okay. Anyone else? Anyone else from other countries want to share? Anyone else from or from other part of Indonesia? Anyone from Bali? Bali is a good example of sustainable development as well. Anyone from Bali? No.
I don't think so. No.
Or anyone else? Maybe maybe one more comment. Do we have time, or is it time? What time we have to? So Nova, is it we have more time, right?
Actually, we have already end of the time, Dr.
Oh,
Dom.
sorry,
So
I don't know.
Yeah. That's okay. It's very interesting topic and very related to Indonesia as well to support carbon footprint reduction in tourism sector, right, Dr. Dom?
Yeah.
But unfortunately, the time is our
Okay, sorry. Okay.
yeah.
Anyway, so thank you so much for having me today, and thank you for exchange some ideas and for nice discussion. So I hope in the future I can see you again, or if you want to come to Thailand, just let me know, and Dr. Nuwa can share my email, my contact to them, and let me know. Just email me or
Okay, thank you so much, Dr. Dom. And I wish that we could visit Taksin University as well, right, Bu Nur
yeah, sure, anytime. Just let me know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
wait together.
Next time visit
Okay,
Thailand.
thank you so much, Dr. Dom. Okay, also we have come to the end of the session. A very interesting issues and explanation that has been presented by Dr. Dom. I call you Dr. Dom. Is it okay?
Yes.
Yeah. And I hope that the material presented just now will be able to add your insight regarding climate action that we can do together to prevent the effects of climate change from getting worse. On the session, I would like to express my deepest gratitude to Dr. Dom and to all the participants who have attended and consistently listened to the summer course program material held by ESL IPB University in the past 2 weeks. Again, I will say thank you, Dr. Dom, and I hope you still health and we can meet offline together next at the Taksin University. And also for others, thank you so much. I would like to stop this session. Happy to see you, everyone. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi